that was how it happened. Real Madrid through to the final in Lisbon. Interestingly, you had the commentator say it, that's Cristiano Ronaldo's homeland, and everything will just be about Ronaldo on that day. But Atletico Madrid or Chelsea, as the case may be, will have a lot to say about where the UEFA Champions League trophy will go at the end of all of these hostilities. Guys, very quickly, let's just look at Bayern. Last year they were defending they were the champions. This year they are out in such an embarrassing manner. The tradition continues in the UEFA Champions League. You don't successfully defend this cup.
Absolutely, Tony. You mean Chelsea the year before also crashed out
and fell into the Europa
League and virtually won it. In his traveling to Bayern Munich, and I think so much has gone wrong for Bayern. After Augsburg game, they were demystified. They are 52.
After they won the title with, I think, 8 games to go.
8 games to go.
But they just lost motivation and they lost
the was criticized, for fielding weak teams subsequently. And I think that has affected the team. And his edge. Absolutely. And the philosophy.
I mean, we know Germans for efficiency with set pieces. We only
defending and attacking set pieces.
We only know this weakness with set pieces with Barcelona under Guardiola, and it looks like he has imported this weakness into Bayern.
And that's what they have been telling Guardiola.
And they were caught on the counter by Bale, and I mean, what a finish!
To change his style, you have players who have quality flares.
But let's talk about this guy. What can we say about this guy today?
Oh, well,
he deserves all the attention he's getting.
The fellow is just is an outstanding talent.
Phenomenal.
Clearly, one of the greatest players ever to have graced.
Look at the brilliance
anywhere.
With Bridges.
Everyone expected him to put it over the wall. No, he goes underneath.
Ingenuity at the best.
Subterranean finish, like someone described earlier today. But his guy is just something else. And with these 2 goals, this 15th and 16th goal, he has now broken a record. He has now become the only player to have scored the highest number of goals in a single UEFA Champions League
16
season
goals.
or European League and still counting, because he will play in the final. So the man is just a record breaker, a phenomenal athlete. He's just something else, and I think he's getting just reward for everything he has achieved. For all those who watched his debut for Manchester United, the skinny boy who was wearing number 7 for United, and
he's grown into
the phenomenon
such an
senior athletes now. It's just he just deserves everything he's getting.
Yeah, to add to what Tony has said, he's just 4 goals shy of the all-time record held by Raul Gonzalez.
Mm.
If you score 4 more goals,
the number of goals in the Champions League,
in all his
highest number of goals
in all his entirely. And when you look at how young this guy is and how many more Champions League he's got to play, you know that Raul's record surely will be headed for the dustbin in a year or 2 from now. Well, just to update you once more about what is going on at the Stamford Bridge, almost 70 minutes of football played now. It is still Chelsea 1, Atletico Madrid 2. As it stands on aggregate, it is 2-1 to Atletico Madrid. Chelsea will need to score 2 more goals. Well, it's getting worse. Actually. It's getting worse now for Chelsea, because it is now 1 more goal for Atletico Madrid. I think it is done and dusted. Chelsea are falling apart. It is 1-3 to Atletico Madrid. And the special one is becoming the hammered one.
It's it's become the not so special one now. Anyway. I think it's just all I can say is that karma works very quickly these days.
The Liverpool karma, you mean?
No. I'm not talking. I know what I'm saying.
The Liverpool karma, you mean?
I'd really love to know what Jose Mourinho.
How we will explain this game
after this game. The man who consistently accuses teams of playing 19th century football, of using diabolical tactics. Yes, when he uses it,
I think he got it wrong.
He got it wrong.
He started 6 defenders in the match, expected to win.
And is now shipping in ghosts.
What?
Well, he has made a change. He has put in a 2
point are you trying to prove? That immediately they pass the ball, you
pass the ball.
All I'm saying is, pride goes before a fall.
This man has a personal strike for. You have a free day to attack Mourinho. But you have some 20-15 minutes to hold your fire.
I hope you know.
Hold your fire.
They actually have to score 4 goals now.
No, they had to score 3.
3.
Yeah, any kind of victory will be okay.
Okay.
Hold your fire. In 15 minutes, you can open up.
Okay, no problem. I'm cocking my ball.
Yeah, get ready. Yeah, okay. In 15 minutes, it will be all over, and then you can say all that you want. But that's the story, really. 1-3 at Atletico Madrid. You can't believe it. Chelsea on the way out, and we are on the way to having all Madrid final, all Spanish final in the UEFA Champions League. Let's touch on some other issues very quickly. We'll come back to Champions League football later on. Let's talk about the big one. We just won the Champions League to get out of the way, Europa League. Let's settle all the leagues and quickly face what is coming up in 42 days from now. Gentlemen, we're talking about the 2014 FIFA World Cup in Brazil. Believe it or not, we are 42 days away, and the pressure is beginning to mount. Countries are beginning to talk about their list of professional players. And England says the season is over. May 12th, the list will be out. For Nigeria, we're expecting that this week, next week, the list will be out. But 42 days to go, we're really touching the World Cup. Yeah, feeling it.
Yeah, the FIFA is very high to him. Just like you said, 2010 was just like yesterday. And now we're talking of in less than 43 days. The story from Brazil.
The story from Brazil. What's the story? Is that there's a problem with security in Brazil?
Absolutely. We must mention it here that this issue has been there all along. The issue of drug gangs,
drug dealers,
of Rio de Janeiro. You know,
organized crime.
You know, a lot of guns, circulating within that.
And these are the pictures from the story.
I think what the Brazilian authorities want to do is to, create the impression that they have enough.
They're on top of the situation
to curtail this situation.
But what are these pictures we're seeing? Are these crime scenes or what?
Absolutely.
Attacks by the police against drug dealers and all the rest?
Yes. There was violence, in part of Rio de Janeiro. The suspected drug traffickers and demonstrators burnt out 9 city buses, and several arrests have been made. And one man was wounded with a gunshot. Thought it was unclear where the bullets originated from.
We'll see, because, the fightings are going on. But surely this is not what you want to see during the World Cup. And I'm not sure this will happen during the World Cup.
I'm hoping these are, criminals being pursued or suspected criminals being pursued through the
like you're watching the movie.
It's like a war zone. What is going on in the city in Brazil right now? But this is what they have to do in order to ensure that we have a safe, completely safe FIFA World Cup, because they're expecting people from all over the world. Traditionally, even in South Africa, there was superb preparation against any kind of terrorist or external attacks. But these are organized crime or attacks from within, and they have to deal with it as quickly as possible in order to ensure that visitors to the country are not troubled.
And these are pictures of some of those buses.
9 buses were touched in the protest. Plenty of arrests were made as well. So the Brazilian police are trying to ensure that the crime is kept to the barest minimum throughout the duration of the World Cup and beyond.
All right, so those are the pictures for you. Well, we want to urge the Brazilian police to do a lot more to make Brazil safe. It's just 42 days away, and the biggest football fiesta in the world will get underway. Let's go on and talk very quickly about the Flying Eagles of Nigeria. We've talked about them a great deal. Today they played a friendly today against Ikare United. We were talking about it yesterday. One-way traffic as usual. 8 goals.
Well, let's just say that after that match, Ikare United were not so united. When you are beating 8-0, there's nothing united about your performance. It was an absolute whitewash, obliteration, annihilation, call it what you will. And it's just another excellent performance from a team that has shown
all of this to prepare the team for the game against Tanzania, the African Championship qualifier.
And if I was the coach of Tanzania, I'd probably be quaking in my boots now. I'd probably be calling on Jose Mourinho on how to
pack the bus.
On how to
not the kind of bus is packing
a PRT master class. No, not today's bus. Maybe he bought a mini bus or a Keke Marwa. I don't know, but that bus hasn't worked at all. But this is an excellent preparation for the team, and their performances continue to improve. And a lot of people always talk about continuity, transiting players who have performed well at one level to the higher level, ensuring that their performances continue to grow and improve, and it's only beginning to bear fruit. Unfortunately, this team has not been tested in a competitive setting. Playing friendly matches is a totally different ball game when you're playing a game that has something massive at stake. And I'm hoping that these players, when that time comes, they will to repeat the kind of performances that they've been putting up. At under 20 level, it is much more difficult because at that level, you cannot track who is under 17 and who is 31. The MRI scan does not come into play here. So there might be overage players. There might be more experienced players, bigger, stronger players. But I'm hoping that with everything that Manu Garba and his coaching crew have achieved, and Luka Agbade as well, that they will continue to improve as the preparations celebrations continue.
All right, let's step down from the Flying Eagles and talk about the Golden Eaglets very quickly. You were giving us an update around the Golden Eaglets. They've gone for that tournament in Togo. They lost, came third. Nigerians were expecting that they would go and win. And Nigerians were expecting that this bunch of boys will do something almost as good as the previous set. But what is Amuneke doing?
Well,
fresh set of screening together.
They are back. They came back to Abuja and started another round of screening.
Immediately back to work immediately.
Absolutely. But what we have to point out here is, I hope it's not a panic button. We don't have to win every tournament.
No,
we don't have to.
the team that became world champions, they didn't win the African Championship.
They went to this WAFU. Excellent opportunity for Amuneke to try out these players.
And know how far it's going.
In the competitive setting. And that is on its own very commendable. So we don't need to now say that the
boys are not good.
The players that are...
Because we're speaking on this show, we're talking about how they beat Peace Academy.
If they have noticed areas that are flaws and they want to correct it, fine. But if they want to make a wholesale changes, I don't support
that. Of Nigeria 99?
And that will put pressure on the coach. You just said that the Nigerians are expecting. We don't need to win all the time. We don't need to win. If they have discovered shortcomings in this team, then the essence of going to the tournament has been achieved.
But I'm happy because these guys are playing games. They've played international games now. They're going to be playing Egypt later on. And as you said, Tunde, it's very key for us to get it right.
Yes.
We don't have to win every tournament. This team is barely a month old.
Absolutely.
And you shouldn't expect that they're going to be playing like the defending champions or like the winners of that team spend a lot of time together.
And I don't know understand that this is actually a brand new team. When you say Golden Eagles, everybody expects it's the same team that Manu Garba took to United Arab Emirates. No, that team has since moved on to the Flying Eagles, and this is a fresh, brand new team that has just been put together in another 4 weeks. And like what you rightly said, I hope it's not a panic reaction. Because we came third in Togo. Remember in Nigeria in 1999 when we hosted the World Youth Championship, we came second at the African Youth Championship in Ghana. That entire team was wiped out.
Absolutely.
A whole new set of players were brought in, like that atrocious left back. What was his name again?
Forget about it.
I don't know. But it shows what happens when you press the panic button
and you change your team
wholesale. I just hope that it helps to identify, the specific areas where
they need to work on.
Exactly. And once they do that, I'm sure they can. The improvements will continue. But like Onye rightly said, we do not have to win every tournament. We are 4-time world champions. At this level, we should just be thinking of developmental. It is only from under 20 upwards that we should really put concerted efforts towards winning.